How's it going, guys? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Diligent STi and the Diligent LTi, and we're going to do some comparisons between the two. If you would like to hear a sound comparison between these two suppressors, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to add a few clips. We're going to have the microphones placed at ear level and about 10 feet away just for comparison. So the Diligent LTi is MSRP $865 and the STi MSRP is $765. The LTi is 8 1/4 inch long and weighs in at 10.5 ounces. The STi is 6 3/4 inches long and weighs in at 9.3 ounces. Both of these suppressors are titanium. And guys, they are the highest quality that you can get. I mean, Diligent absolutely knocked the design on these cans out of the park. Both of them share the same exact baffle design. As far as which one you should go with, it really depends, in my personal opinion, on what rifle you're using, what caliber. And I myself like shorter suppressors. I don't like huge long suppressors on my gun. I try to keep it short as a barrel as I possibly can, just because they're easy to maneuver. So the STi is generally my go-to, just because of it's shorter, it's just a little bit lighter. But on the other hand, if you're looking for full maximum suppression, the LTi is the way to go. The LTi has a noticeably quieter tone and a little bit more suppression to it than the STi, but not much. So depending on, your personal preference is what this is going to boil down to between the two. Now, as far as what platform you're running, myself, I'm primarily a bolt gun user. If you're running an AR, that's cool. I run, I got a full auto I shoot hogs with, but both of these cans handle gas very well from the AR platform. So no matter what platform you're using, you're not going to get over gas. They handle it very, very well. So in my personal opinion, I would go with the STi. It's a little bit cheaper. You get almost the same suppression, but the LTi is quieter. I will say it is quieter. So if you want full maximum suppression and don't mind the added length, I would go with the LTi. But now that we've got the specs out of the way, I just want to say that Diligent Defense absolutely killed the design on these cans. I mean, you cannot beat the machining quality on them, the parts quality. They're just outstanding for your money. These cans, I promise you, stack up against, or if not better than, some of the highest price cans on the market. I mean, you cannot beat these suppressors for the money. So going back, guys, depending on your personal preference, that is generally what this boils down to. But if you want to hear them and see how they stack up against each other, stay tuned for the next clip. All right, today we're going to do a video on the Diligent Defense LTi and the STi. So the first thing we're going to do, this is 6mm Creedmoor. We're going to shoot this rifle unsuppressed to give you guys a general breakdown of what this rifle sounds like. So we're going to do 2 shots. We're going to do one with a mic at ear level, and we got a pole over here. We're going to do another shot with a mic at about 10 feet away, and then we're going to repeat that same process for the STi and the LTi to give you guys a general idea of what they both sound like. All right, our first test, we're going to shoot unsuppressed with the mic at ear level, and then we'll move it and go from there. All right, now we got the Diligent STi on the 6mm. We're going to give you guys a sound comparison again, ear level, and then one about 10 feet away. We're going to go ahead and take our next shot. All right, now we're going to shoot the Diligent STi again. Mic's over there about 10 feet away. All right, next we've got the Diligent LTi. We're going to do another one at ear level, another one at 10 feet. So we're going to take our first shot at ear level. All right, here's our second shot with the LTi, about 10 feet away. All right, just for a comparison, this is a Form 1 can that was built probably 10 years ago. So we're going to throw it on the Creedmoor and give you guys a sound comparison of this versus the Diligent cans. All right, we're going to do our first shot with the Form 1 can at ear level. See how it compares to the Diligent. All right, now we're going to do our second shot with the Form 1 can. Mike's over there.